I thought, holy shucks, what am I into for now?
What happened is on Friday, I was visiting for the day. We were told that he would have a bed till Monday. We had no services in place. All of the children live out of town. My mother's not well enough to move my dad because my dad could only walk from the bed to the bathroom, and it was a lot of work to get him just to the bathroom. And he was really unwell because he had just had a blood transfusion. Pain was not controlled. Blood sugars weren't controlled. And that was Thursday. And so Friday, I was visiting, and the social worker came in and said, and I knew when she walked in because I hadn't seen the social worker while I was there, and you put two and two together, and I realized they're talking about moving him off the floor or potentially home.
Doctor said I could stay there, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, out you go.
The first thing I knew, he was laying on a stretcher, packed,
Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Yeah.
And it was such a shock for my parents, and I said, we have nothing in place, and they said there are no beds available. And I said, is there somewhere he could go, somewhere in the hospital? Because we have nothing in place. And basically they said he should be fine with home, or he should be fine at home.
But as soon as he was discharged, no one says goodbye to you. No one looks at you anymore. Like
They're more out in a buggy and that's
no,
it? Yeah.
they're done with you. You're going to be discharged. You're done.
There was
And
no
all times you're
follow-up.
like a stranger.
No follow-up at all. Yeah.
They treat you like a stranger.
So I was calling the family and getting them all involved to keep my dad at home for the weekend until he could get a bed at Trillium Villa. There were some issues with the bed. I think there was problems with the application. The CCAC worker had never completed an application or had never been involved in the convalescent programming or getting it set up, the behind the scenes paperwork for convalescent care. So we were behind a day with that. So Dad was at home for 3 days in a chair. But between all kids, we were able to keep up as best as we could with exercises and pain control till he could come to Trillium. Unfortunately, when he came to Trillium, he was worse shape than by Friday. He had declined from Tuesday, infected knee, gout in his feet. He could only walk maybe 2 steps, I would think, coming in. Pain was not controlled whatsoever. So he came into Trillium and did a lot of assessments and got Dad on the road to recovery.
Oh, I'd probably 3.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I'd probably give
It
it
was
3.
good till
Yeah, that
that
point.
last
Yeah.
day
Until the
or
transition.
so.
Yeah, right?
The transition, that last
Yeah.
day he was
Yeah.
bleeding. He had to change his bed twice.
Yeah,
Quite
Yeah.
a bit of blood out of
Yeah.
that wound.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And,
Full blood. Yeah,
And all at once you're going home. Like,
yeah. It was a shocker to my system.
plus
right
you
at
had
that
2
time,
pints
yeah.
of blood, so you.
And then when you got here, then
When I
it's
got here.
then it's an 8 or a.
Oh.
This is like a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. I mean, I enjoy every day I'm here. Yeah.
I'm pleased with the physio. He's getting 5 days of physio.
Yeah.
And they work around his schedule.
Yeah.
Pain is much better controlled. I don't think he was chronic pain for years. There's been
His blood pressure's lower.
blood pressure,
Oh, yeah.
blood sugars are lower.
Blood pressure,
Everything.
Some weight
Everything
loss.
across the board.
They took
Normal.
off some.
You know, everything. Great. I love it here. You know. But I gotta go. I'm going
He's the
Wednesday.
one that he
Yeah.
wants to go home too.
Yeah.